Hi Leo, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm just going to do a general reading. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread, so it may or may not resonate with you because it's a general reading. If it does, let me know. I would love to know. So let's see what messages Spirit has for you today. What messages do you have for Leo today, please, Spirit? Your first card represents your current situation, and you have the Seven of Cups. Your second card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation or what you're celebrating, and you have the King of Cups, Seven of Cups and King of Cups. Your foundation card is the Page of Swords reversed. Your past card is the Star. Your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. The outcome you desire most in your situation is the Four of Pentacles reversed. Your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the King of Pentacles reversed. Your environment or how others see you in your situation is the Nine of Swords. Your hopes and fears is the Empress. And then your future message long term is the Two of Wands reversed. Okay, awesome. I just have to put a little stone on here because this picture, I don't think YouTube will like it. So your first card that came out is the Seven of Cups. So this card represents your current situation, and it came out upright. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. The Seven of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy, and this card is about searching for purpose, making decisions. There's lots of options, multiple possibilities. You're picking and choosing. You're daydreaming about something, fantasizing. It's a card of indecisions, having too many choices. You're spending time dreaming about them, imagining what each one would be like, but you're struggling which one to help or which one to pick, and you're drawn to these choices emotionally. But Spirit is saying, invite a little reason into the picture. While some of these choices are emotionally appealing, some of the choices may not be good for you. So choose wisely. This card signifies a time of great creative potential, along with the energy to make use of it. This is a card again of fantasy and imagination. There's many options available to you, and the difficulty is in choosing the right one. Too many to make a choice. With so many options, you're exploring different intentions in your imagination, but deciding which to manifest is a challenge for you at this time. Dreaming, imagining, starting a new path, illusions, procrastination. The advice from Spirit is to meditate on it and you will get your answer. Quiet your mind so you can receive the messages from Spirit, and they will help you make the right decision. They will guide you. Your angels and guides will send you the right message, okay? There's a lot of creativity and talent around this situation, but there's also a lot of confusion. Decisions about creative and relationship matters must be made no matter how difficult they are. You're confused because there's so much choice. But this is not a time for daydreaming. Your imagination is too vivid. You need to be realistic, is the message from Spirit. Okay? And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation is the King of Cups, male or female in a general reading. This is either you, someone in your life, or he could represent a situation. Okay? The King of Cups is Scorpio energy again. So this is someone in control, grounded, emotionally balanced, wise, responsible, respected, a good husband, partner, father, could be a spiritual guide in your life. Compassionate, romantic, charming, family-oriented, a mature, compassionate person. Their mind, they have balance between their head and their heart. A father figure, maybe your own father or someone who fills that role for you. An older man with whom you either have or want a romantic relationship. Whether as a friend, advisor, or lover, he is utterly trustworthy and dependent. He can be relied upon to come through for you when you need him. This king is a man of culture, interested in the arts, possibly a creative type himself. This card can indicate a situation that is favorable, especially in an artistic pursuit. He's peaceful, sensitive, affectionate, calm. He loves his home and values family and a relaxed home life. He prefers to lead by teaching through gentle guidance. He may enjoy expressing himself creatively, but is even more supportive of others' creativity, sometimes at the expense of his own. He's generally friendly and caring, a very nice man to have around. He can be overly sentimental. He may seem soft to those who don't know him that well. He's very balanced and caring, in a high position. So yeah, this is either you or someone in your life. Despite being the master of emotions, his frequent mood swings imply that he's not fully connected to his element. He is somewhat troubled by expressing his emotions and feelings, or is duty bound to make others happy. He's uncomfortable in the world of emotions. Rather than express his true feelings, he tends to pay lip service to them. This king can represent an aspect of the private personality behind the image. This card can indicate that the man concerned is having difficulty connecting with his genuine feelings. And then your foundation card is the Page of Swords, and it came out reversed. So this card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. This Page of Swords can be either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So the Page of Swords reverse can be a card of being defensive. Um, it can indicate gossip, deception, manipulation, bad or disappointing news. Someone's having trouble. This person is having trouble getting it together. And although this young person is attractive and charming, eager, confident, clever, active, they aren't strictly on the right track. This could represent someone who's sponging off others, maybe their parents or friends, or it could indicate someone who is bad-tempered, or someone who's capable of spiteful action. Insecurity lies at the root of this person's actions. Rude. This is someone who has their head in the clouds. This is someone who can be blunt or abrasive, insulting. A player, someone who plays mind games, someone who's paranoid. There's a lack of planning. It could indicate someone with a significant mental state or the need for professional assistance to address one's mental state. Okay? And then your fourth card is the Star, Aquarius energy. This card represents your past but is relevant to your current situation. This is about hope, faith, positivity, purpose again, promise, healing, protection, contentment, rejuvenation. So the Star offers hope and guidance. As you emerge from troubled waters, you'll find clear signs directing your path. Stop focusing on what happened in the past. Look to the future. The universe is offering a refreshment. A transformation is at hand. You just have to reach out and take it. Just focus on the shining star. Okay? You're experiencing optimism and self-confidence. You feel good about yourself and your place in the universe. You've been preparing for this positive place. You're receiving assistance both from the invisible world as well as the material world. Good things are about to be manifested for you. Money, possessions, love, recognition, or assistance because you're flowing with the energy of the universe. You trust life's processes and are setting new goals for the future. New opportunities in your career or relationships are opening. This card can signal the end of the struggles that are represented by some of the earlier cards. It symbolizes that a new and happier phase of life is coming. It's a sign of good luck. A gate is opened for you to new possibility, good fortune, creative inspiration, spiritual growth, help from unseen forces, and wishes coming true. It marks a time of fulfillment, intuition, self-expression. Express yourself. If you have something to say, make sure you're saying it, okay? Because self-expression Spirit's bringing that up again a couple times. So I would definitely, if you have something to say, make sure you're saying it, okay? This card represents optimism, ascension to higher spiritual levels through emotional experiences. It's a card of hope, wisdom, adventure, travel, healing, a visionary, again, imagination and inspiration. Reflect on what is important to you. There is hope for the future. Healing is possible. You're ready to both give and receive heavenly love. This card could represent professional sports people and performers who are focused and in control of their minds, people who are telepathic. It's a card of divine inspiration, expansion of personalities and abilities. It's a card of telepathic communication, hope and inspiration. And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, Capricorn energy. This is someone who's stuck in a rut, someone who is out of control, insecure, jealous, dangerous, selfish, unkempt, coddling. It's a card of coddling and smothering. Could represent a bad mother, dark magic, someone who's pretentious, ungrounded, disloyal, someone who will try to block your efforts. She could be merely indifferent or actively hostile. If she's a relative or an older friend, mentor, or boss, she might be a superficial person who only pretends to want to help you, or the price of her help might be too high. She wants to control everything. She may lack confidence and try to compensate for her own shortcomings by a display of her wealth. She may be hiding a lack of money. It could describe a situation where you should be cautious about whom you trust. This is a person who may sacrifice their own joy and other people's feelings in favor of practicality. She may try to meet emotional needs with material items. Her dedication to her lists and timeline make her rigid and unable to respond with flexibility to the needs of others, or perhaps even to her own needs. Okay? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Someone who's materialistic, someone who has a selfish personality, someone who takes more than they give, someone who is unable to manage their finances or business and is heading toward failure or bankruptcy. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Four of Pentacles reversed. So this is Capricorn energy again. This is someone who's possessive, greedy, stingy, someone who is overspending. It's a card of financial insecurity, financial reckless spending, making large purchases, being generous to a fault. There's a lack of control. It's a card of self-protection, generosity, giving, theft, letting go of people, possessions, shedding the old, reckless behavior, losing something valuable. It's a card of gambling. The outcome that you desire most in your situation. You may be trying to make something happen prematurely, or you're holding on too tightly to your current circumstances. Maybe you're quarreling with someone over money, such as in a divorce proceeding. You need to loosen up and have more trust in the universe to provide solutions. Again, meditate so you can receive the messages that Spirit has for you. Maybe you're giving away too freely, spending too much, or overindulging in other ways. Maybe you're trying to take something that isn't yours, causing someone else to hold tightly to it. Four of Pentacles reversed. Again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. The Four of Pentacles represents a spendthrift or miser. And then your self-image, how you see yourself, is the King of Pentacles, reversed, male or female, in a general reading like this. So the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. King of Pentacles talks about poor financial decisions, bankruptcy, broke, greedy, underqualified, indulgence, materialistic, wasteful, corrupt, a gambler, someone who's possessive, financially inept, obsessed with wealth and status, someone who's losing their grip on things, an ungrounded male or female. It's a card of corruption, instability, poor judgment, someone who's cold, uncaring, ruthless, unfaithful, disloyal. It's a card of decisions, sensuality, someone who's stubborn, unsupportive. Now, again, just take what it resonates and then just ignore everything else. I just want to give you as much information as I can on each card. So the King of Pentacles reversed is an unethical businessman, or someone who can be thrifty and overly possessive. So again, Spirit is repeating that message is just being thrifty, being smart, maybe about your money, it's good. King of Pentacles reversed, your self-image card. Some people consider this king reversed to be a negative symbol representing danger or an unwise business move. It could be a warning to be aware of the small print in any contracts being negotiated. It can indicate unfair competition, shady business practices, or an untrustworthy man. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Nine of Swords, and it came out upright. So the Nine of Swords is represented by Gemini. This is a card of fear, anxiety, worry, nightmares, isolation, having a troubled conscience, stress, doubt, burdens, focusing on the past, being at the breaking point, being the subject of gossip, depression, trauma, regret, overwhelmed with guilt, remorse. Nine of Swords, insomnia. Your watch your thoughts. Okay, your thoughts could be getting the worst, the best of you. This is a card of distress, mental stress or illness, nightmares, fear, anxiety due to overthinking and worrying, okay, which might lead to feeling oppressed, extreme stress, making you lose sleep. No matter how difficult a situation seems, you must face your fears and decide as quickly and swiftly as you can, because your worries are paralyzing and far worse than the outcome. Okay? These worries are keeping you up all night. Thoughts, worries, guilt, anguish, concerns fill your mind, and it's affecting your sleep. You're unable to settle your mind. And because you're so tired, it's making things worse. Okay? Extreme anxiety, nightmares, tension, unhappiness, regrets over past mistakes or misfortunes. You're in an unhappy, intense state of mind, whether or not the facts bear out the fear. The suffering associated with this card may be mostly in your mind. You're troubled by bad dreams, horrible fantasies. Deep-rooted or repressed issues are trying to surface so that you can resolve them. It will likely be very challenging to change your attitudes and beliefs, but it's worth the effort and unpleasantness. 9 is the number of completion, and this card indicates that the changes you're being required to make forecast a better future. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and or fear the most in your situation, is the Empress, Major Arcana card. This is divine feminine, fertility, creativity, abundance, motherhood, contentment, balance, renewal. This card shows a time of natural growth. Your role is to nurture without forcing or neglecting your project. Pay attention to where you are in the cycle of your project or situation and take the proper steps. There's great potential for abundance if good care is given. This may require action on your part, or it may require a time of waiting. Okay? Develop your connection to nature. This card can be telling you that sometimes seeking fake appearances and materialistic pleasures can make us forget our roots in the natural world. So the Empress serves as a gentle reminder to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. She represents fertility and abundance. She could represent pregnancy or what is yet to come, a promise that has been realized, the realization of consistent effort. This card represents timing, the changing rhythm of nature, and taking the right action at the right time to realize ideas, nurture them, and reap the fruits of consistent efforts to sustain them. It's a positive card. It gives a message of success and materialistic fruition. It represents abundant living and caring for one's physical health to fulfill one's life mission. It can indicate a pregnant woman. It can also represent births, happiness around an occasion or an event, fulfillment, fertility, pleasure, love affairs, and marriages. It could represent a career associated with beauty, a business or a product connecting with women. Even if it's representing a person, you or someone in your life, this is a warm, loving, sensual person with a nurturing nature. A successful female, feminine business, art dealer, event organizer, wedding planner, content creator, a nurturing mentor. Okay? You're in a position of nurturing someone else or several others. You could be caring for children or the sick, or being supportive of a spouse or friend in need. This card could also refer to a pregnancy or the desire for a pregnancy. It's appropriate for you to be nurturing now because you have the inner strength and ability to do so without depleting yourself. A strong feminine energy is at work. The Empress is a creative force that works for harmony. She brings disparate things together, reconciling differences, like a person running a household must do. This is a card of emotional control and congeniality. This card can refer to your emotional and physical resources for nurturing, healing, feeding, and supporting other people. Maybe there's a situation in your life where love and nurturing are required, sometimes by you yourself or sometimes by others. This card can refer to the way you were mothered. For the first and most significant relationship you form is with your mother, and this relationship has a direct bearing on all subsequent relationships. Okay? This is the mother figure in the tarot. And then your future, if all is to remain as is the Two of Wands reversed. So the Two of Wands reversed is represented by Aries. This is a card of indecision, overanalyzing things, playing it safe, a fear of change. You need to, a lack of planning again is coming up. You need to get in alignment with your inner self. It's a card of bad planning, not taking action, avoiding risks, indecisive, restricted options, choosing the safest option, self-doubt. The position of this card suggests you may be in for a surprise and perhaps a nasty one. Someone may disappoint you or make an unexpected appearance, changing your situation. Some kind of surprise, Spirit is saying. You're unable or you're unwilling to make a choice, or you're being faced with two unappealing choices and feeling forced to pick the lesser of two evils. Again, ask your angels and guides to help you with this, and then meditate so you can be open to receiving the message. Spirit will give you guidance you need to make your decision. Okay? Two of Wands. There may be issues with your partnership, or it's not working, is a message with Spirit. So that is your reading, Leo. Thank you for letting me channel these messages today. I hope you received some guidance. Let me know if that resonated. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Take good care. I'll see you next time. Bye.